Hi, Rigsters here. Welcome back to Why Should One Play or Attempt French Tanks in World of Tanks. In this episode, I will be covering World of Tanks' most well-known French tank that has many tank-related memes appearance, the AMX 40. The AMX 40 is a tank that did exist in real life. It was, I think, a 1940s. Yeah, 1940s design. It was kind of a replacement for the Suma S35, which is the tank I covered previously. But this tank only existed in blueprints. It never was actually made, but it was planned to be made. But then World War II happened, so it didn't get off the drawing board. Just like before, I will be doing a 2-match review and go over this tank's strengths and weaknesses, and also just some commentary while driving around. This tank is very heavily armored for a light tank. With the stock turret, it has 70 millimeters front, 65 on the side, and 40 on the rear. The hull is better armored with 70 in the front, which with some angling, it can bounce quite a lot of shells, actually. The sides, it depends. I mean, at least autocannons won't hurt you, if at all, unless they're using gold. The tank is quite slow, though. It does say on the mobility chart, which is to your right here, that it could go 50-20 kilometers, not miles per hour, but that's only on hills. And I think there's a weird quirk with this tank, that it does accelerate faster in reverse, which you can cue the French going fast in reverse memes. So, let me show you real quick on Research Tree what to expect. Alright, so to expect for this tank, the starting gun is a non-starter. Do not mount this gun. If you just got this tank and you did not research the SA-35, free experience to that immediately before you do anything else. Please do not play the SA-34. The SA-34 is 25 millimeters of pen. You will not have fun in this tank at all if you even bother to do that worthless gun. The SA-35, on the other hand, gets you started. It has a little bit of better soft stats than the AMX-38. It has a much faster rate of fire, 26.1 rounds per minute, compared to 18.7 for the AMX-38, and a little bit of better dispersion too. Well, no, actually it's the same dispersion, that's surprising. Oh, the aim time, whoops. Aim time is 1.7 versus 2.5, so that's a significant improvement. So that means the circle around the barrel or the gun shrinks much faster. The upgraded turret should be mounted after the tracks, because without tracks you can't really mount a whole lot. The upgraded radio, sadly, is only 360 single range, very lackluster, especially for a scout tank, which this tank cannot scout to save its life. The improved turret is slower though, 26 degrees per second versus 32, but it does give it a different look, and I'll mount it here. So this is what the stock turret looks like. You get 380 hit points, which is not bad, it's respectable. When you mount the upgraded turret, on the other hand, it looks so ridiculous. I mean, I gotta say, it is very French in that regard. This machine gun turret on top is not functional. If you want functionality for that, if they even have it in War Thunder, which I don't think they do, go to War Thunder. That would be actually functional. In this game, they don't function machine guns. And of course, the engine power is not there yet. 150 stock, 15% fire chance for some reason, and 190 with upgrades. It's pretty abysmal. So the best gun, 75mm SA-32. This is your gun you want to use pronto, or as fast as possible. It is definitely a significant upgrade for penetration and firepower perspective. You do lose out on damage per minute, You have to wait 6.2 seconds for the gun to reload with 100% crew, but the penetration is much better at 74 AP, 92 gold, and 38 HE. That's significantly better than 45, 79, 24 penetration values in perspective. Because this also marks the first tank cannon for the French light tank path that you get a 110 average damage per hit gun that's outside of the tank destroyer branch, which will be in the future episode. So let me show you how much it costs here for shells. 46 for standard rounds, 2,800 for high explosive NA tank. The worst kind of premium shells in this game. Very finicky ammunition type. Not even worth it. If you were to be that kind of person, though, you could spend $294,000 if you fired nothing but heat. Don't even bother with that. Now, HE, since it's very situational and it breaks the 38 or the 30 millimeter threshold, I will carry like 10 rounds of HE, just in case, and the rest AP. Much more affordable. This is also the first tier where you can have a full set of small repair kit, first aid kit, and the unseen till now fire extinguisher. So the fire extinguisher, long story short, does what it says. It puts out the fire instantly instead of you having to wait for your tank to blow up and die by burning to death. So it's very useful on tanks that are fire damage prone or if your engine catches on fire. I don't know how often it does for this tank. I don't recall it catching on fire that frequently, but it's always nice to have. And one last thing, the equipment. This is the first tier, tier 4 and up, have the full equipment slots. This is useful for later meta stuff, but if you understand and know how this works ahead of time, it has the capability of mounting all these modules. In particular, I forgot, oh no, it doesn't have a bonus multiplier. Never mind. I was going to mention about that, but I'm just going to let that go. So I'll see you in the match. So the Amx 40 match for this one took 30 seconds, which is average queue time. We do see up tiers now, so there are tier 5 tanks rolling around. Let's see if it actually goes faster in reverse. So I'm going on roughly flight ground. Alright, so it's about 18 reverse. Let's see if it goes... Yeah, it is a faster reverse, go figure. So I'm going to be on the map, Mannerheim Line. Finally a new map. At least for this series. I was kind of getting tired of seeing Abby the whole time, to be honest. I mean, occasionally that does happen at higher tiers, but not as frequently. So, as I said before, the 50 kilometers, that's only if you're going downhill. Right now I'm going 20. And, well, it's a French light tank that is not really fast. I play it more like a tier 4 heavy that can do some decent damage to other tanks, provided they're not KV-1s in particular or AT-2s. Those are very heavily armored tanks that I can't penetrate, even if I was using gold. A Matilda Mark IV, oh, yep, there is a tank that just shot at me there. I have to wait for the circle to close in now. Oh, got a side shot from an enemy tank there. Better keep moving. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Oh, no, this was a bad move. Yep. That's how brutal this game is. I didn't even get to do anything. That match ended in a draw. So, that means neither side won. And that's probably almost worse than losing. And yeah, I didn't do any damage. So it's not really an accurate raw credit earning report, but if you happen to blow up and die and only fire one shot and block 70 damage, you only earn 1,439 net credits on standard account. Premium, it would have been 2,918. So with that, let's try again for one more time. So let's go to another one. Okay. So new map, different team composition. no artillery. This is El Haluf. This was an actual place during the Second World War. This map, in particular, in War of the Tanks, has quite an interesting history. It was changed approximately 3 to 5 times since I've played this game, and the map is at its current iteration. It's certainly more playable, I guess, in most aspects, but it also is kind of corridory, as you'll soon see here. I'm hoping to at least get some penetrating hits this time, because there's not as many difficult to penetrate tanks for the tier. I should be able to deflect most rounds from this T-67 or downwards, although the T-67 will just obliterate me if I don't watch it. But at least up till the tier 5 brethren that's not a heavy, the T1 heavy, I can basically hold my own performance-wise for the gun. Be a different question of trying to chase him down. I have a feeling I'm like one of the only... Oh, actually no. There's another player playing it on the enemy team. So, this is with 75% crew and max mobility, so expect this tank to be even slower when you're stock, because this tank really struggles going up a hill too. It's just so underpowered for the weight. Alright, oh, speaking of Panzer, there's a Panzer 4 right there. Alright, let's see if I can get a hit. Ah, so close. I was so close to getting a hit for this round. Alright, well, I just have to wait. Of course, the Panzer 3J is going to be in the way, so I gotta move up just a little bit more. You're probably wondering, like, what's the Amx 40 doing here? I mean, it is very compact, though, so it's not like the Churchill Mark III, where I have to really watch my sides as much. However, they have their heaviest armor here, which is kind of to be expected. It's a brawling zone. Meaning that these tanks you see at A2, the C3, just some map tactic there. There's a lot of tanks there. And finally, I got 100 damage. Yeah! There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Stay away from my duck. Watch somebody like clip that, be like, what? So, I just have to wait. But the good news is, I got to where I wanted to be. This would have taken much longer to stock, for sure. I forgot how slow this tank actually really is. I can't really do anything. Oh, is the T1 dead? Yeah, it is. I can actually move up. It's a T6 medium. Oh, jeez. Oh, God. Yeah, I gotta move. Come on. Yeah, I gotta propel through here. Once you're committed to the go, you gotta go. Especially on the slow tank on this map. Once you're committed around that corner that I just crossed, you gotta go or slam it into reverse. And with the good gun depression, actually, that was actually a good gun angle down, I was able to hit the 3J. So we're up to 215. New record for at least this recorded series. Not bad. Now, can I pen my own? Nope, never mind. I wasn't able to do that, but I got a kill. Haha, yeah. No kill stealing at all. Just driving my tank. I am not going to wait at that corner. I want to get moving. Plus, I want to go down this hill. Oh, come on, people. I'm trying to... I want to show off the tank. Let's go. Oh. Whoa, actually... Actually, let's not go down that way. 'Tis a silly place. Yeah, that was a random reference to a famous movie. You know, I mean, I'm just trying different things, you know? I want to, you know, not always make it all strictly business game related. I'm trying to, well, let's just say I'm trying to be what people call more relatable. I've been doing a YouTube course too, as well. And I was considering eventually linking that and stuff, but I still have to look into the paperwork for that. But maybe in the future I'll be linking that. I just don't know yet. I have to figure out how that all works. Whoa, 50 kilometers. Yep, we're hitting maximum duck. We're going full duck, people. 50 kilometers. Let's go. Let's see how long it retains that energy now. Just like a plane. It has energy retention. Oh, it actually retained it pretty well. Not bad. Alright, so when you go down a hill, it does retain its speed. Not bad. That's actually pretty good for an underpowered tank. But, let's see here. Well, there's a Stug 3B there. Let's see what we got. Oh, that was a good hit for max range, pretty much. And he's down. So we got a kill at 328 damage. This is more of a average match. So, yeah, if I had the 47 that you really should be using before you get this gun, I probably still would have done okay. Just probably not as much damage, that's for sure. At least per hit. But it can do it. Team support also was pretty good. Alright, and we're back from that match. That wasn't too bad. So, let's see here what we did for the profit reports here. So, compared to my very brief match in the first one, it was 1,439 net for standard account or credit earning report. And for that last one we just did here, did 328 damage, blocked 110, so I did block more damage and did some assists and won the match. I got 4,562 credits with the auto resupply consumables being a factor. However, if I added 3,000 to 4,562, I would have actually earned 7,562. So almost halfway to 8 grand, which is actually not a bad payout. And considering I used that consumable and actually made money, leads me to think that if you do at least 200 damage in this tank or more and you win, you probably can get away with using one small consumable and still make profit. And of course on premium, you make more money. In this case, so you're plus, 4,000. Think about, like, if I did the math right, about 4,200 more if you have Water Tank Premium. So that's actually not bad. So this tank is still usable in certain contexts, but it is very slow for a scout vehicle. You have to kind of play it like a slow-moving heavy, actually, more than a light. Even more so nowadays than I remembered in days of old. You really do have to support your team, too. And hope you get it right, because you can't really escape, at least unless you have a downhill. If you have a downhill, just floor it down the hill. Even if you're stock, you should be able to build up enough speed to get away. The next tank, at least on this path, will be, let's see here, the Amx ELC Biz. I'll just show a quick preview. That's this little guy right here. Now this tank, I'll just give you like a little foreshadowing for future reference. This particular one actually will reach those speeds, 60-20. It actually can reach those, unlike the one I just drove. Well, hope you enjoyed this video. I'll be doing some more of this series over time. This is Rigsters Journey, signing off.